Yo, what is up, YouTube? This is SS99 here, and today we'll be doing a real-life Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. I got 4 real-life deck profiles I will be doing. And today we'll be talking about Fire Fist. The reason why I'm doing Fire Fist first is because the cards are already set up, and there are some cards in this deck that I have to borrow for other decks. So, yeah. But this is my favorite deck of the competitive format, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's go ahead and get into it. And before I begin, I just want to say this is, I believe, the 3.5 axis. If I'm wrong, when you see this, correct me. 3 Bear. Bear is the most, he's, in my opinion, the best Fire Fist monster in this deck. Because his effect is broken, and when he does damage to your opponent, you can search your deck for a Fire Formation spell and set it. So you can search a Tinky or Tenzu or Gyakko or just anything. And plus you can send a Fire Formation spell or trap card to the graveyard in order to destroy a monster on the field, which is really good. So you can search them with Tinky and then send Tinky to the graveyard to destroy a monster. Gorilla is like Bear, but slightly different. First of all, his effect destroys spells and traps instead of monsters. The only reason why you run one is because you have Gyakko and you have MST. So there's no need for too many Gorilla. And also his effect to set a Fire Formation spell or trap is caused when he destroys a monster by battle and not when he does damage. 1 Dragon, because Dragon's really good. Whenever you activate a Fire Formation spell, you can set a trap. And also you can send 2 Fire Formation spell or trap cards to the graveyard to special summon a Fire Fist from your graveyard that's not Dragon. But you only run 1 Dragon, so yeah. 3 Rooster, because Rooster is really good. You can sacrifice any Fire Fist to search your deck for a Fire Formation spell or trap and set it. In most cases, you want to search Tenzu. And 2 Rooster, because Rooster is really broken. Whenever it's special summoned with the effect of a Fire Fist, you can search your deck for any Fire Fist monster and put it into your hand. I think it's crazy. And then, of course, the 1 Spirit, because we're only allowed 1 Spirit. Otherwise, I'd be running more. But whenever Spirit is normal summon, you can special summon a level 3 fire monster from your graveyard. In most cases, you want to grab either Cardinal or Rooster to activate Rooster's effect. And then synchro summon into Horse Prince, which is really good. We only run 2 non-Fire Fist monsters in this deck, with the 1 Coach Soldier Wolf Bark, because you're only allowed 1 Wolf Bark. Otherwise, I'd run more. But once per turn, if you have them on the field, you can search your deck or search your graveyard for a level 4 fire monster and special summon it. It has to be a Beast Warrior, though. And the 1 Blaster, because I think Blaster is really good in this deck. I mean, you don't have to run Blaster. You can run, like, Thunder King or whatever. I just chose to run Blaster. And that's it for the monsters. Now on to the spells. Starting with the Fire Formation spells. 3 Tinky, because Tinky is one of the best Fire Formations. It's an automatic Beast Warrior type monster, so it's really good in Bujin decks too. The next up is Tenzu, because Tenzu allows you to normal summon an extra Beast Warrior type monster, I believe. Yep, Beast Warrior. I just had to make sure it wasn't Fire Beast Warrior. So it's really good. And then, of course, the 2 Gyakko, which pretty much what it does is when you activate it, you target a spell or trap card your opponent controls, and that card cannot be activated at all. Like it has to be set, though. And sorry, let me get the camera to focus. This camera's being dumb. Let me try to touch. There we go. So, anyway, Gyakko is just really good. Plus, your opponent cannot activate that card in response to this effect, so it's really good. 3 Pot of Dualities. I think this is too bright. Hang on. Yeah. Sorry about the brightness, guys. But 3 Pot of Dualities, because you want to search for things. 2 Forbidden Lance, because Forbidden Lance is really good. And your staple spells, which are triple MST. You can see it from here. Don't want to spoil that. 1 Darkhold, 1 Book of Moon, because you're only allowed one of those. So, yeah. And now for the trap cards. We run 2 Tenzins. Tenzin is really good, that's why I run 2. You don't have to run 2. A lot of people run 1, but I prefer 2 because Tenzu's a lot, or not Tenzu, but Tenzin. Tenzin's a lot better than what people think. And for your staples, which are Triple Phoenix Chain, Compulse, Solemn Warning, Bottomless Trap Hole, Torrential Tribute, and Mirror Force. Don't have to explain those. Those are just your generic trap cards. Some people run 2 Phoenix Chain, but since I had an extra space in my deck, I decided to run an extra Phoenix Chain. And that's it for the main deck. Now let's talk about the extra deck. So, 3 Tiger Kings. For 2 Beast Warrior type monsters, you get this guy. Once he's actually summoned, you get a Fire Formation spell or trap. And plus, if you detach an Xyz material, he's a walking skill drain. But unless you're a Beast Warrior type monster, I believe. So, yeah, it's really good. Let me make sure it's Beast Warrior. Yeah, it says Beast Warrior types. Oh, Tiger King's just amazing. 1 Cardinal, just so you can get more stuff into your deck. And the 1 Lion Emperor. This is mainly to get like a fire monster. And the last Fire Fist we run is 2 Horse Prince. You can go in a Horse Prince twice in this deck. And in most cases, you do want to go in a Horse Prince twice because Horse Prince is broken. And now for the rank 4s. I do have Photon Operative in here, but I prefer a Abyss Dweller, and I can't get my hands on one. So, imagine this is Abyss Dweller, because that's what you want to run. And one, the Bujintai Kagasuchi, because it's really good, especially because you can, like if it's targeted by anything, you can detach an Xyz material instead. And then your generic rank 4s of today, which are Diamond Dire Wolf, Maestroke. Diamond Dire Wolf is good too because you run Beast Warriors, so it's really good. Maestroke, Corn, Cowboy, Honor Arc, and Exciton Knight. Exciton Knight is too good for a rank 4. Way too freaking good. Everyone should know what it does by now. If you don't, then you can ask me in the comments below. Or just look it up. That's probably the easier thing to do. Alright, now the last thing I want to talk about is my side deck. Like, side decking mainly is personal opinion of what you need. But this is my personal opinion. Thunder King Ryo. Yeah, it negates Tinky, but sometimes you'll be up against decks to where it'll actually hurt your opponent more than it'll hurt you, like Medulches, for example. They can't get the search off a ticket. 2 Maxi, because a lot of decks special summon today. Defissure and Macrocosmos. This is for a lot of things like Medulches and Dark World, Bujins. I mean, it could hurt a lot of decks, and especially Mermails. Mermails, it'll crap on Mermails. Ravelry, this is for Mermails and Medulches. DNA surgeries for anything, really. Light and Prism Mirror, Constellars, Bujins, Noble Knights, and sometimes Cyber Dragons. I've seen a lot of Cyber Dragons been played recently. 2 Gozen Match. This is mainly to prevent your opponent from Xyz summoning into anything that has a different attribute. Like if they run a, say they run a Medulche deck, and they want to go into Exciton Knight. If Medulches run Exciton Knight, I don't know. I've seen it happen before, though. They can't go into Exciton Knight because the monster has to be an Earth, since Medulches are generally Earth monsters. And then the last card to run is 2 Imperial Iron Walls. Prevents anything from being banished, like Bujins. Bujins, I believe, are a bad matchup for this deck. And that is the Fire Fist deck. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have more Yu-Gi-Oh videos coming up soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.